Hi guys, Linnea here. I wanted to talk to you today about a couple of things. So I'm going to do a couple more videos. 2 videos total. The first thing I wanted to talk about was reinitiation. It's important. We don't always think about it. We think once we're witches, we're witches. I'm having a very hard time with my camera this morning. But we think that once we have initiated or any of that we are set, and it's not always the case. That helped. So we initiate normally when we start witchcraft or shortly after we are interested in witchcraft. And it's important that you reinitiate a few times, depending on how long you've been practicing. I've been practicing 30 years. I've initiated at least, oh God, I don't know that I could count them, maybe 20 times. And the reason for this is because, and it's important, especially during those times when you start feeling disconnected and not as magical and not as gung-ho, and maybe you're drifting a little. Reinitiate. What it does is it amps up your charge between you and the universe and the magical elements and the deities and the guides and the ancestors. It just kind of starts everything over again, and it gives you that push you need to get back on track. So anytime that I've felt myself wandering or feeling unsatisfied or just, it happens. We go through witchcraft in phases like anything else. And there are times that you just feel low and not as connected. So reinitiation is a really, really cool way to get you, and a quick start to get you right back where you need to be magically. So I wanted to talk about that. Reinitiation, and what do? You don't do anything fancy, but you can. You can make it as elaborate or as simple as you like. You can make it a candle and you reaffirming yourself. You can make it a huge deal, a huge ritual. Call all your corners, call all your deities, call all your ancestors and your, and your guides to come in and join you in a huge ritual and have some wine and maybe a meal or some cakes and do a complete overhaul. You can make it as elaborate or as simple as you like. Sky clad, a special garment you buy, that witch's hat you've been looking at for so long, any way you want to do it, it's just important to really reinitiate from time to time. Another thing is, it's important because it's like when you feed a spell. So you set a spell up, you've got a jar sitting over here to help with your relationship. So let's say you made that jar 5 years ago and you haven't touched it since, or 5 months ago, or 5 weeks ago. You have not fed that spell. That spell is going to decay. It's going to deteriorate and lose energy over time. So feeding that spell by adding a few more herbs, or just enchanting the jar again, or reaffirming to the jar what the spell is for, burning a new candle on it to seal it again. There are a million things you can do to feed a spell, but you have to feed yourself the same way. Reinitiate, reaffirm what you're doing and why you're doing it. What are your goals? Write a mission statement. But reassert that you are still in this for the long haul, that you are still interested, that you are still connected. It'll do you a world of wonders, guys. I just wanted to bring that up. I love you dearly. You're all sacred, divine beings of light and love. You know it. Don't forget it. I'll talk to you very soon. I'll see you in just a minute, actually. Bye, guys.